All right, so we are getting ready for the market to open in the new year, and um, just going through our different ideas that we can use to make money today. Um, I'm sitting here on the 60-minute, looking over the highs and the lows, and getting an understanding of what might be going on over here. Um, Certainly helps center me so that I can keep my mind um, in the right spot, as it's easy to get fooled. And we're professional day traders here, so we take this process pretty seriously. Um, I'm not sure we talked about it last time, but a friend of mine talked about kill zones one time. Kill zones are areas where price will um, break on every level. Um, any swing has a kill zone attribute, and this is just the area where price will oftentimes break through. So you'll see it on the high, you'll see it on the low, and these areas are where if price is broken through, it will continue or reverse. And then oftentimes when they get broken like this, price will come back and retest the kill zone for a so like right here we have this kill zone. That doesn't necessarily retest it, but it there's a little bump right there, but it's going to play into this area, and it's coming down into the kill zone of a deeper pullback. So we watch this area, because if it does break, and if price does end up coming down through here, uh, then I'm tuned into the fact that this whole move of this uptrend is over. Now this is on the 60-minute, and it doesn't really apply to me on the 750, but it's just something I like to keep in my mind. So, um, you know, don't let it guide your day-to-day day trading, but use it as kind of a compass as you're moving forward into your trading. Remember, we're just trying to catch a swing that we can capitalize on. That's rhythmic, that is measured, right? See, there's your kill zone right here. Price pulled back into this kill zone right here from this downside right there. That's it. That's as easy as it needs to be. We don't need to make it any more difficult than that. So keep your trading simple. It really doesn't need to be that hard. But now we can see that this thing was pulling over from the other side, and it's starting to make these waves, right? Steps up, pokes up, pulls back, steps up. One of the things you're going to look at, there's a kill zone right in here. Remember, it's a zone, so we don't live and die by it, but price pulled right back into that kill zone, and then it bounced off of it, pulled back into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to guide my impulse leg. Because remember, we follow the impulse up, pulse up, pulls back, impulse up, pulls back, pulls up, pulls back, pulls up, pulls back. Impulse legs take out the highs, take out the highs, and they continue to take out the highs. That's how we know which way we're going. so we don't have to worry about all these other things that can distract us in the trading business. As this impulse is coming up, it's driving, pulls back for a little pullback, measured move. How big was the last swing? It's about yay big. Keeps a lot of the guessing out. This one's bigger, okay, so it's pulling back into this one a little bit more. Sometimes you can pull back those ones. See, that would pull back deep into that kill zone. Something to be aware of. So now, price has built a shelf along here, right? We have buyers, sellers, sellers get busted, comes down, doesn't take out this. See, and as I do this exercise here, I start to see the mapping of the market, right? Goes up there, pulls back. So now we have our impulse leg up, is pulled back into here, and now we're watching for this continuation. So then the sellers are still trying to see now. The sellers get popped out. Now the buyers are starting to show up. Buyers are starting to show up. And one of the things that I like is to hide behind these washes, right? Because price comes down, washes out everybody, and then you can just buy this line. And if you buy this line here, your stop is right there, right? What's a proper stop? Proper stop is this right here, right? This piece of business, this pullback has created a situation where once this breaks, sellers are going to have to change, or sellers will have to change their position. So oftentimes I use this line as my line of guidance because you can see sellers hit it here, took it down. Sellers hit it here, took it down. So that's what a proper stop is. A point of no return. Oftentimes, you can find it over here on different swings. And then that's one of the things that I look for at the bottom. And see how it just drops down at this little shape right here. Price comes up. There's a pullback there. Price pulled back there. Boom. This is a flowing up market. So, draw your line. Showed you right there. Sellers. This one takes off like this. Pulls right back into these guys. Support and resistance, right? Breaks resistance, lands in support. Support turns into resistance. Resistance turns into support. Over and over and over. By being able to identify this spot, you'll be able to know where price will land and not continue on. If that makes sense. You'll know that if it breaks this spot here, say this comes down through here, something else is going on. And then this becomes your point of no return, your stop. Small thing, no big deal. So what I'm going to do now is erase all my objects. I'm going to sit back and I trade between the open, a little bit after the open, let's call it 7 o'clock, to about 10 o'clock. I find that most of the business I need to do during the day happens between these hours. And if it doesn't, I don't force it. I come back tomorrow. There's always a trade. There's always a trade. So let's see what happens. We'll hang out. We'll do a review and we'll go through the trades of the day. And happy trading, man. Get out there and kill it.